Myself, Professor D.S. Rai, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, BBD, Institute of Technology and Management, Lucknow. Today, we will cover course KCE 401, Material Testing and Construction Practices. And today lecture is lecture 24, in which we will discuss stone masonry and cavity walls. The references that I have taken, that the Indian Standard National Building Code, EPPWD detailed specification, some material from internet, Dr. B.C. Punemia building construction, P.C. Burgess building materials. Apart from this, some many part of this lecture has been taken from some others book also. The contents, today we will discuss stone masonry and cavity wall. We will discuss one by one. Stone masonry. Stone masonry is like a brick masonry, but here natural stones are used for masonry works. The classification of stone masonry is, the first is a RUBBLE masonry, in which there are many classification, that is random RUBBLE, in which there are uncoursed and built to course. Second, a square RUBBLE, in which again uncoursed, and second is built to course, and third regular course. Third is miscellaneous type, in which there are polygons walling, and second is flint walling. Fourth is a dry RUBBLE masonry. So, our lecture, today lecture will move around this topic. Now, RUBBLE masonry. RUBBLE masonry is nothing but a block of a stone which are undressed, roughly dressed, wide joints and irregular size, means the a stone available in natural state. These stone blocks are used for masonry work. The first that we have discussed already, a random RUBBLE, in which the first is uncoursed. It is the roughest and cheapest form of a stone walling. Each stone have a different shape, different size, different height, and we can see here in this drawing each stone of a different size. You can see this is a different size of a stone. This is a through stone, means these through stones when put in the masonry, that will cover the complete thickness of the wall. So, it is called through masonry. This is a small stones, heights are also different. This stone has a lesser height, this has more height. So, this is a completely random height, shape, size, everything are in the form of different shape and size. The next is built to course. Here we can see this is roughly leveled. We can say this is slightly a higher class of stone masonry. This has been roughly labeled up to form cores varying from 30 centimeter to 45 centimeter. We can see here that here is a T is again this is the through a stone, means through a stones is that type of a stone that cover the entire width of the walling. So, here is this is a T, this is T. So, it is called through stones. Here is the elevation. You can see here that the courses, this is the stature course, and at regular intervals the stature course have been laid. This is the stature course. We can see this is a more or less slightly a better masonry work, but still it is a RUBBLE masonry built to course. Second is a square RUBBLE. A square RUBBLEs we can see here, this is the uncoursed square snaked RUBBLE. Stones with the straight edge and the side. With the instrument or tools, the sands are prepared a straight size and a straight edge. Of course, faces are still in irregular pattern. For the good appearance can be achieved by using riser, leveler and snake or the check pattern having in depth ratio 3:2:1. So, in this way the face will look slightly better, or you can say good appearance. We can see in the drawing, this is a riser, this is the leveler and this is the snake, this is the stature. So, in this drawing we can easily see this looks slightly better, or appearance is slightly better than the previous one. So, it is a square RUBBLE. A square RUBBLE built to course. We can see here this is slightly more good appearance masonry. This is a T, means through stones. These stones cover entire width of the wall. We can see here this is same as uncoursed. It is level up to the course of varying depth. Courses are of different height. We can see here this is a stone, its height is lower than this T stone. Again there are this stone has a different height than this one. So, we can say stones has still of a different height. Each course may consist of cones, gemstone and through of the same height. So, three things: through, quinone, jam. So, these are the cones, gemstone and through of same height. So, it looks or its appearance is slightly better than others. Now, come to the a square RUBBLE of regular course. We can see here its appearance is slightly better than the others masonry work. The height, the special feature of this course is height of a stone in one course is same. So, we can say here by means of tools we prepared the stone of a equal height. We can see here it is also called CR masonry. So, we can see here of course, this is the header, this is the through. Through, as I have told earlier, through is a stone which cover entire width of the wall, but due to the height, because all stone have a same height. So, its appearance is better than the other course. Now, come to the next type of masonry, that is a polygonal rubble masonry. Polygonal, it is a hammer finished on the face to an irregular polygon shape. This is the polygon shape of the walls. Joints are running irregularly. Joints are running like this way, running irregularly in all direction, not only one, in all direction. And these polygonal rubble masonry have two types. One is called rough packed. This is the rough picked, and second is a close picked. We can see here this is the close picked because this is the more or less in a uniform line, where this is not closed. This is not closed. So, it is a rough picked, and here we can see here in close picked the all are enclosed by the stones. Now, come to the flint rubble masonry. Flint walling with the varying width and thickness from 7.5 centimeter to 15 centimeter and in length 15 centimeter to 30 centimeter. This is a noodle of a silica. So, it is this type of a stone is very hard, but it is a brittle. The strength of flint wall may increase by introducing a lacing course at an interval of 1 to 2 meter. What is lacing course? You see here, this is the lacing course at a regular interval. Next lacing course is here up to here. So, from 1 meter to 2 meter it is a lacing course in which other type of stones are laid. So, at a certain height the course are level. Again this is the lacing course. So, its appearance is slightly better. Lacing course make this type of masonry have a better appearance. We can see here between two lacing course there may be a uncoursed or coursed or built to course masonry may be included like this one. This is the course and this is the built to course masonry between two lacing cores. Now, come to the dry rubble masonry. As its name, dry rubble masonries in which there is no use of mortar. So, it is called dry rubble masonry. It is a cheapest construction because no mortar is used. So, need not required to prepare mortar or take precautions for good workmanship etc., but require more skill in construction, otherwise whole walls will collapse. It may use for non-load bearing wall. Of course, this is a dry rubble masonry. So, it is used where there is no need to apply a load on the wall. So, it is a non-load bearing wall. Generally, it is used for constructing boundary walls and this type of structure. Then come to the next type of masonry, that is called ASHLAR masonry. ASHLAR masonry, it is a block of a rectangular or a square shaped accurately dressed stone of a height 25 to 30 centimeter with extremely fine bed and end joint. In ASHLAR masonry, stones are dressed in a proper shape and size. Height may change from 25 centimeter to 30 centimeter, but they are completely dressed. And the ASHLAR masonry divided into different categories. First is ASHLAR fine tooled, then ASHLAR rough tooled. The next is ASHLAR rock, rustic or quarry faced. Then ASHLAR chamfered. The next is ASHLAR block in course, and the next is ASHLAR facing. So, these are the different category of ASHLAR masonry. First is ASHLAR fine tooled. This is the ASHLAR fine tooled masonry. It is one of the finest type of stone masonry used. Each is cut to regular and required shape and size. If you are using some tools to making or dress a stone, of course, the stone used for masonry work will look like this masonry, like this way, gives perfectly horizontal and vertical joints. We can see here the horizontal joints are completely horizontal and vertical joints are completely vertical, because all stones are dressed properly. These stones are chisel dressed to remove all waviness and unevenness of the stone. Next one is ASHLAR chamfered. Chamfered, we can see here a special form of rock face in the ASHLAR masonry. We can see here the exposed face is chamfered or beveled at an angle of 45 degree by means of chisel, a depth of 25 mm. Due to this, a groove is formed between adjacent stone block. We can see in the drawing, this is the, we can take example of this stone. The sides of a stone is chamfered or beveled at an angle of 45 degree, like this way. degree. So, and all periphery of the stone at 45 degree. So, it is a, due to this, a groove is formed between the adjacent stone and its appearance is very good. ASHLAR rough tooled, it is called bastard ASHLAR. The exposed face is dressed by a rough tooling. A strip of 25 mm wide and made by means of chisel around the periphery of rough dressed face of each stone. Next is ASHLAR rock or rustic or quarry faced. The exposed surface is not dressed, but to give a rock face, but a strip of 25 mm wide and made by means of chisel around the perimeter of the rough dressed face of each stone. So, next is ASHLAR facing. In ASHLAR facing provided along the brickwork or concrete block to give a better appearance. We can see here, this is the stone blocks and brickwork is also provided along with the stone. The exposed faces of a stone are rough tooled and chamfered. The back of the wall may be of a brick masonry. Its appearance is very good. Now, come to the cavity wall. A cavity or a hollow wall is one which consists of two separate walls called leaf or skin with a cavity or a gap in between. No direct connection between two leaves and external moisture cannot travel. Cavity is bad conductor of heat and gives 25% greater insulation of the structure. The good insulation against the sound. The nuisance of efflorescence very much reduced. It is cheaper and economical. We can see here, this is a hollow valve. We can see here, this is the window, this is the hollow between two walls. We can see here, this is one wall and this is second wall, and in between two leaves there is a cavity. This is the cavity. In upper portion also there is a cavity between two walls. So, we can see here there is a, at this level the DPC is also provided. We can see here this is a DPC provided at above the plinth level, above the ground level. So, this is the cavity. We can see here the position of cavity at foundation level. We can see here there are 4 examples here one is cavity extending up to the concrete bed. This is the concrete bed and the cavity is extended up to this level. DPC is of course put above the ground level. So, this is the one condition. Second condition is cavity extended up to ground level. It is not going up to concrete level, but it is going up to ground level. The third is cavity concreted up to ground level. You can see here up to ground level the concrete has been done in the cavity. And the fourth option, we can see here the ventilation provision has been made, like this is the duct provided here. Okay. So, this is the cavity position in the foundation level. Next is position of cavity at eaves or the parapet wall. We can see here, this is the coping of the parapet, this is the DPC cavity wall. These are the two walls, in between this there is a cavity, we can see here. At this level also, and there is a DPC or a impervious layer has been provided. This is the flexible DPC. This is also a metal sheet. This is DPC and this is a metal sheet provided at the level of the parapet wall. So, this is the position of the cavity at the roof level. The next is wall, cavity wall at the opening. We can see here there are also this is the plan. So, here we can see this is the double course of threads and this is the frame. This is the plan we can see here. This is the lead drop and this is the flexible type of the DPC. These are the tiles provided in the house for the opening. This is the window frame. This is the window frame provided here. So, detail of this is the detail of the sill and this is the detail of the lintel, in which we provides the cavities. So, this is the cavity wall at the opening. The next is cavity masonry wall, ASHLAR masonry. We can see here same thing. This is the cavity wall and this is the flexible type of DPC used. So, this is the my example, this is a plaster finish. We can see here this is the cavity wall, is it. So, cavity walls ASHLAR masonry we can use cavity like this way. This is a cavity walls RUBBLE masonry. Of course, this is a very rough type of masonry in which a cavity is also provided. You can see here the cavity has been provided, here also there is a cavity and this is the cavity filled by the concrete as earlier we have discussed. Thank you very much.